We are recording. Happy Tuesday, and welcome to our Team Inspired team call, everyone. Today's like a mishmash just of lots of different information, so hang with me. It's just that there's a lot going on. I want to make sure that I give you guys all the good information. There's going to be some training involved too, and just go ahead, if you don't mind, if you could put your questions in the chat box for now, so we can really organize everything. And I'll make sure like after each topic, I'll go through. So we're gonna jump right in. First of all, New Leaders Conference was, see, I can't figure out how to get on the Zoom. Pinned post on Team Inspired has link. Okay, so New Leaders Conference, you guys, you have to get there. Like put it on your goal sheet, and any one of you can get there. The way that you earn the trip is you have to be a 1-star diamond. I know there's a couple of you guys on the call today that have not even had like a welcome call with me for coaching, so that's okay. When we do that, I'll talk about what all these words mean. But 1-star diamond, and you get to go on the trip. There's a certain way you can earn points, which one-on-one I can teach you these things. And that way you can earn a free room, which you kind of want to go with a free room. They put you in a really nice hotel. It's not like Summit where you're paying for your own ticket. Like, you know, you get your free room, you're wine and dine the whole time. Everything's on Beachbody. It's really cool, and they really take care of you. And the content is awesome because it's a really small group. You feel kind of like you're really close to everybody that's talking. You get to hang out with everybody, and you get to learn from so many people that are, Summit is such an amazing experience, but there's so many people. Where New Leaders Conference, it's like people who earned that trip. So they fought really hard all year, and people that have similar goals to you, okay? So you definitely want to put it on your vision board to get to New Leaders Conference. You can only go one time in your career. So unfortunately, I cannot go again next year. So I want to make sure that we have as many people from our team as possible to come back and give us all the great information. So the first person that spoke was obviously our CEO, Carl Deichler. And I'm not going to share everything every speaker said because that would be a little crazy. But he did say something that I really loved, and I wanted to share it with you guys tonight. And you know, when it comes to the vital behaviors, that we look at the word invite. And sometimes I'll say send 40 invites, send 5 invites, send 10 invites. And it's like, the first question I get after that is, well, do you mean invite, or do you mean conversation, or do you mean, because that word, right, like invite, what does it really mean? And he broke it down and he said, you know, when we put invite in the vital behaviors, it's a little bit deeper than that. There's a process that you have to get to that invite. So I want you guys to write these 3 words down: attract, connect, invite. So before the invite, you have to attract. How do you attract? By being yourself, because you don't want to attract someone who's not actually going to want to work with you, right? Like, I don't want to pretend to be somebody else, and then I'm attracting someone who thinks I'm that person, and then when we get to know each other, it's not a good fit. So you attract by being you and sharing yourself authentically, the good and the bad, and the struggles and how you've overcome them. You want to attract that person maybe that was even you 6 months ago, or you 2 months ago. So before we talk about invite, we want to attract. And then the second part of that is connect. Okay, so you're attracting people, then you're going to connect. They're going to send you a message, or you're going to send them a message. Somehow you're going to actually connect with that person, and then you're going to invite. So the invite happens after those 2 steps. If we just go out and start inviting everybody into challenge groups, you're missing the 2 most vital steps, which is the attract and the connect. Okay, so when we teach that vital behavior, especially to our new coaches, let's make sure we talk about that first step, which is attract and connect. Then there was a whole section that Kim covered all about increasing volume. So how do you increase volume? And that's how you increase your business. There's really 4 things you can do. So I want you guys to think about these 4 things. Obviously, the no-brainers: you grow your team, you add more coaches and customers, okay? You increase retention. So when we bring a customer on board, we want to keep that customer, right? Because it's a lot easier to take care of someone that's trusted us than to constantly bring new people. So we're going to talk about what we can do as a team to do that and do a better job on that. And then we want to introduce new products to current customers. Like, you don't want your current customers loving our program, loving Shakeology, and then they're buying a pre-workout from Max Muscle down the street. Like, it just doesn't make sense, right? So we want to make sure that they realize, some of them don't even know. Like, we haven't done a good job, and I completely take ownership on that, of telling our customers, like, we have this and this and this, right? So that's increasing the products our existing customers use. And then creating volume through strong coaches, right? So by really onboarding our coaches strong, and you guys know I'm going to cover that tonight too. Okay, so let's talk about that customer experience, because I think out of all of those things, that's the one we should be most passionate about. These are people that are trusting us with their health and fitness goals, and we have to make it priority above recruiting, above anything else, to help them see results. And if we can really do that and make that the focus, then the coaches will naturally come out of there, and they will be strong coaches. Raise your hand on this call right now if you used the Beachbody products before you became a coach.
Oh, well,
I was gonna say, Natasha, why is it? So majority. Now, does that mean you can't do it? Like, Janelle's doing 80-day obsession right now and absolutely loves it, and she was a coach first. So it doesn't mean you can't go that route. But guys, look at the numbers, right? Like, so many of us said we used it first and we fell in love. So those customers that come to us that fall in love with the program and see results, some of them will be your coaches, and they will be very strong coaches because of it, okay? How many of you would rather have a team that you build because your customers love the experience and you don't have to beg them to drink Shakeology, they just love the experience, rather than you going out there and recruiting, cold call recruiting coaches? How many of you would prefer that? Right? Like, I think that's such an easier transition to building your team. Well, I'm here to tell you guys, I never recruited a single coach in my first year. I built the team it was 3 digits. It was over 100 off my challenge group. So it can be done. Okay. I didn't start recruiting until my second year. And I'm not saying you shouldn't take that route. When there's someone that I feel like could really excel as a coach, I'm going to say something, but I want you to know I built the team to over 100 people just by giving them that challenger experience. And I want to go back to that, because I can see a lot of you frustrated building your teams. And I think back to like what made it so fun for me. And that was that I just focused on the thing I love, which is helping people get results, helping myself get results. And then those people became coaches naturally. And, you know, I mean, how often have I had to chase Stacy, Natasha, who've been here the longest out of you guys, and say, why aren't you drinking your Shakeology? Gretchen, you've been around for a long time. I've never had to tell you why you're drinking your Shakeology, because she loved her Shakeology before she became a coach. So you're gonna have a team of very strong coaches that believe in the product. Whether or not their business takes off, they believe in the product, right? And so that's what I want us to go back to as a team, and you're gonna feel really good about your business when we do that. So how are we gonna do that? How are we going to make that customer experience so much better for our people? I've redesigned our new team welcome packet, and I'm going to share that with you guys in a few. I'm going to be very strict about rules up front in the challenge, not just for my challengers, my coaches. If you guys are in a challenge group and you invite someone, you need to show up in that challenge group. So if you're doing 80-day, but you have someone in the 21-day group, as coaches, and this falls on me too, guys, we have to post our workout every single day. If you're in my group, that's a rule. Because when you sign someone up and they don't see you doing that workout, and even if you're in a different group, I'm telling you, they're going to fall off the wagon. We've got to show up every day. The best way we can lead our people is by example. So if you're putting someone in my group, it's your job to check your workout and your Shakeology every day and hold me accountable, guys, because that falls on me too, not just you guys. I'm working on some fun ways to motivate. So I found a program that lets us make our own bingo cards. And so we're going to play challenge group bingo next time. And there's going to be fun prizes along the way. Natasha, I can totally share with you if you like. And Kristen, I know you guys do your own groups, but it'll have stuff like, posted Shakeology for 7 days. I logged a workout for 6 days. It's going to be fun. It's going to make sure that they interact with other people. I posted a sweaty selfie, some stuff like that. So we're going to do challenge group bingo. Ways that you can help lead your people, guys, because it's not just what happens in the group, just some ideas. You don't have to do these things, but I recommend it. Make sure, this one I think you really should do. Make sure you're reaching out before they start the challenge and they've read through their box and they really understand what's in there and they feel comfortable starting. Okay. Number two, do something fun for them. Like send a little card that motivates them. I used to do that and I totally fell off track. And then I did it again the last challenge. And it was crazy how like immediately I got a picture of the card and they're like, thank you so much. People feel really special when they get something in the mail, right? And so send them a little card and just say, and the best time to do it is at the end of week 1 or the beginning of week 2 when they start to kind of feel a little like, okay, you know, the excitement starts to wear off and now their body's just sore and they're hungry, right? Like not really hungry, but they're like craving crap. So hit them at that moment and tell them you're really proud of them. And one thing you don't have to do this, but those of you coaches who might like have a parent or a sibling on your account that you're ordering with, what I do is I have a lot of the small little Energize packets and I just put one in there and I say like, I hope this gives you a little bit of extra energy next week. You know, and then they get to try out a product. But you don't need to do that. When I first started as a coach, all I did was send a card. That was it. And it just made people feel so special to get that in the mail. Make sure you're checking in on everybody weekly, not just on the tracker, but you're sending a personal message and you're saying like, hey, how are you doing week 1? Like none of us have so many customers that we can't keep track. Like we have not gotten to that point. And I'm just talking to your new people. So it's not like we're bringing on 100 new customers. See what I mean, guys? It's not like we're bringing 100 new customers a month where you can't do that, okay? So we can give our new customers that personal attention and extra little text. Really help them hit their goals. What does that mean? So when they share their goals, like I have a goal of losing 10 pounds, like think about that goal. Because sometimes when we put them in the group, we all assume it's the same goal. Really try and remember what the goal was when you first talked to that person. Maybe write it down somewhere, but remember what they told you is important to them. Because maybe it wasn't weight loss. Maybe it was like, you know, I'm a really bad sleeper or something else, okay? If your client is struggling, be resourceful, like really think about how to help them. There's no right answer. So, you know, texting me and saying, what would you say? Like, it's not always one thing. Like, just kind of think about, you know, if you were going through this, what would you do? There are obviously some things you're going to want to post on Team Inspired, like my challenger struggling with blow. Anyone have any ideas? Even Google's a good resource for that, but you can always post on Team Inspired too if you're really struggling and helping someone out that has an issue, okay? And then another thing I plan to do is in our challenge groups, we're going to do some product spotlights. Like I actually want to talk about what Energize is. I want to talk about Recover. We're going to talk about Recharge. Let's talk about these products. And it's not coming from a place of selling. Like I want to come from a place of educating, okay? And sharing, you know, what's worked for me. Obviously, Stacy's added something in for herself that's a product that's worked for her. So that'd be a perfect person to share that. So it's just coming from a place of education. All right, I'm gonna check our chat. No one's got any questions for me? We're all good so far? Cool. I am gonna share screen with you guys. Oops, let's see. Okay, you guys should see my screen now. Now I gotta find my presentation. Hold on a sec. Okay, so all of the challengers in my group, and I will share this with the other coaches, you guys are more than welcome to use it, tweak it, do whatever you want with it. You don't have to. If you're running your own groups, you can just use it as inspiration. Hold on, let me increase this so I can walk you guys through it. It's kind of frozen. There we go. So they're gonna get, my computer is really slow, or it's kind of freezing. They're gonna get this meal prep guide, okay, that I made that's gonna have like just some staple items that I love to keep on hand. It's going to talk about Shakeology. They're going to get links to a grocery list, a Google Drive that I am going to update for the rest of my life. That's my plan on this. It's actually really cool. I'm just putting so many recipes in here, and you guys are welcome to, it's not going to let me click it from here because it's not a PDF yet. But you guys are welcome to send me recipes. It's going to have a lot of stuff though that's like basic, like how do you make spaghetti squash, right? Like some basic recipes, and then I'll have a lot of other options as well. It'll have a link to the Beachbody blog. I get like messages every day. Where are those recipes again? Where are those recipes again? And so I'm just putting it in one place for everybody. I've got more stuff on my blog, and then a list to the Fixate recipe book. It's a PDF that has 160 recipes. So all of this is in one place for them instead of having to search like a million different locations for recipes. Then they're going to get this packet, and it's the step-by-step guide to crushing your goals. And the very first thing it's going to say, because I'm going to send this to my people the minute they order. I just ordered, yay, now what? And it's going to tell them you need to make a commitment. That's the first thing. It's going to tell them to visit Beachbody On Demand. And then number 3, select a workout. So I need to add a couple more. I'm going to add the yoga studio here, and it walks them. If you're a beginner, like here's 3 options. I'll add those other 2. Kind of beginner, a little bit harder than Country Heat though. Here are a couple options, a couple intermediate options, and then an intermediate advanced, so they can pick which workout. Which meal plan is right for me? And there's 3 that they're gonna pick from. Like I'm gonna make it super easy, okay? How do I find my meal plan? That question I get asked so often. So it's gonna walk them through step by step, because in the past I had a video, but not everyone wants to watch a 20-minute video. So this is step by step of how to find your actual meal plan. There's a page dedicated to Shakeology. There are some recipes, my top tips of how to make it, Shakeo treats, and then some like kind of in your face about why Shakeology is the best. Like I'm just sharing from my heart and why all the other things I've ever had really don't compare. So that's my 2 cents on it right there. Okay, we're gonna talk about the apps. So if you're following 21 Day Fix, you're gonna download the app. Then I'm gonna let them know that when the group kicks off, they're actually gonna get a Beachbody tracker app. And the expectations. You need to log your workout every day, log your Shakeology, share pics of food, share sweaty selfies, comment on other people's posts. And very bold, please don't waste our time or yours. Participation is mandatory. Like I want people to engage in these groups because those are the people that usually see the most results. There's a page on water and just some tips on how to get water in, and then some other like little things that I recommend they add. Energize like immediately off the bat. We'll talk about the other products in the challenge group, but that's one that I think like, you know, made the biggest difference for so many of us. And then if they still want to watch the videos, they are here for them. Okay, I'm gonna come back now and ask you guys, that's a lot of info. So any questions on that, guys?
I actually just have one question about, because I've been curious about this because it's been so long since I've ordered obviously a challenge pack. When our customers buy the all access challenge pack, do they not get a physical meal plan? Like I try to get this information out of people.
I don't think so. I don't think they do anymore.
Okay. So they have to access it online. So they don't have like something that comes in the box that tells them that?
Yeah, they do. But here's the thing. There is a sheet of paper that says like 1, 2, 3, but okay. Why wait till you get your box? Because you can
totally.
Totally.
I agree.
They do get that. They do.
Okay. Because I was just curious, like, because you know how it goes. There's always people that you're going to send this to them and they're still not going to read it. And I'm just curious, like, is there any backup for them to be able to access?
The box will tell them to log on to Beachbody On Demand, and it does walk them through it. But a lot of people will like immediately want it. And then what happens is I send them to Beachbody On Demand because they know they can log in, and then they're like, but where's this? Where's this? And that's where, like, you know, you've done phone calls. Yep. Yeah, totally. And I still recommend, like, you guys, it doesn't hurt to really help someone and walk them through if they need it. But I'm hoping this will give them an addition. And it's also a lot easier. Like I said, I had so many people message me and say, where's the Beachbody blog? And then I have to go find the blog and send them a link where I can say, hey, that file I sent you, it's in there. Like, just no more personal links for people. That screen sharing video works too. Yeah, Natasha, I still don't know how to do that on my phone.
Oh, it works. Awesome.
I know, I need to learn how to do it. Can you just teach me how?
I think I put it in my menu, but it's this little, sorry. I think I put it in my little menu, but it's this little button here. So I just press it and see how it's moving.
I don't know if I have that button though.
Well, it was. Oh, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so now whatever I do on my screen,
yeah,
it will video every single step that I do.
Oh, I found it.
Yeah. And then I can go back and I can stop it and it'll save it to my videos.
Okay, I need to
How
show
do you
you.
access that button? Because I have this. Where is that? Not on here.
Yeah, that's why I said I need to find
I
it.
think
found
it's under settings somewhere. I found it before because that's how people were making the Animoji karaoke videos.
Oh.
So what do you look for in settings?
Oh, I lied. I
I'm
thought
trying
that
to
was it. I
remember.
clicked on something else.
Let me figure out what it
Will you post that on Team Inspired, Natasha?
Yeah.
Thank you, because I was wrong. Okay, so Jessica, you said, would you still send to challengers that picked a package already and not all access? Yeah, because, well, if they didn't pick all access, they wouldn't even have access to the meal plans. They would just, like, what package would you send? Would someone be buying if it wasn't all access? I can't hear you. Hold on. I just unmuted. What package would they be buying?
I just pulled the challenge pack for UV2.
Okay. Well, UV2 is in that situation. It comes with a very specific meal plan and it is different and they're going to get a copy. So what you could do is just send it to them because there's a lot of other good resources in there and just say, except for the meal plan, go ahead and follow the one in your box. Don't worry about what it says in the packet.
Wait, I have a question. If somebody orders, I thought if somebody, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, hold on, Stace. Is that good, Jeff?
Yeah.
I can't, you're like cracked, your phone, the connection is, I can't hear you so well, but I just wanted to make sure you're good.
Yeah.
Okay. Stace.
So if somebody orders, like, so I sell a lot of the Shakeology and 3-day refresh challenge pack, and that gives them 30 days access to everything. So that doesn't show them all the meal plans and everything. Like, because it shows it, I mean, they can still access Beachbody on demand, so they can still get everything. Even people, I think, that order Shakeology, I think everybody who orders first time gets like 30 days on there, right?
Maybe, I don't remember honestly. I
So
think
everybody, it would apply to everybody.
but they wouldn't get the other workouts. I think they would just get the ones they bought if you're buying the DVD of you version 2.
Oh, if you're buying DVD.
I think, I'm not sure. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know why I thought that every order that everyone gets like a 30-day free trial.
I don't think so. Let's look into that. Let's look into that.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Natasha. Natasha posted the steps. We'll look into that, Stace, because I don't know if they get the other workouts if they're not buying all access, but maybe I could be totally wrong.
That was Pratapa. I was making a video.
Oh, Pratapa, thank you. She did find it. It's in there, guys. It's go to settings, control center. So she put it in there for a step-by-step. I would just take a picture of that if I were you.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. That is actually really smart on the phone, especially because you can just walk them right through it. So let's keep going.
Do it one time.
Oh, and then you save it.
It saves automatically.
Even better. Okay, that is awesome. Okay, so next on our list for tonight, I want to talk about the new packages. So I'm going to share screen again with you guys. This is pretty exciting because we have not had anything like this in a long time. Before we jump in, a couple books I want to talk about. So this one is called Girl Wash Your Face. I hear it's just as good as You Are a Badass. I just ordered it and I'm super excited to read it. And then The Compound Effect. If you have not read The Compound Effect, you guys, go back and do that before you read anything else. Like this book right here, it should be in the first like 2 months of you being a coach. That should have been on your list. So if you haven't read it, go back and read The Compound Effect, because I truly think like everything Darren Hardy says will not only help you in your fitness and your business, but just all around like your life. And it's a book that I have gone to more than once when I feel like I'm off of my routine and off my game. All right, let's talk about the new packages. These packages are not for 80-Day Obsession. So as you know, when 80-Day Obsession came out, we got all these big packages. And it made us realize that we have all these great products, but our customers never have the option to buy them because we're always selling like the bare bones, which is just Shakeology and All Access. So these 3 packages are options for customers who do not want to do 80-Day Obsession, because the 80-Day Obsession packages are still available. let's go through them. There's now a new mega challenge pack. It comes with the annual all access. It comes with portion control containers. It comes with the Shakeology cup, and it also comes with a performance shaker cup. It comes with equipment, a mat, and a foam roller. Do you guys know how many of our customers go out and buy a mat and a foam roller from someone else? So it's a nice thing to throw in there. It comes with the Shakeology 1 month supply. It comes with 1 Recover, 1 Hydrate, and your Energize 10 pack, okay? Option number 2 is the Deluxe. It has very similar, except it does not have Hydrate. It has a tub of Energize and a tub of Recover. And then the third option is your base challenge pack, which we've always had in the past. You know, you get annual access, the portion control shaker cup, and then you can pick Daily Sunshine, Shakeology, or the performance line. Now, my thoughts on this, I want you guys to think about. I do not want anyone over here in their brain to be like, well, who's going to want that pack on the left, right? Like, you can't think like that. There are people, I kid you not, when you show them 3, they are automatically going to want the most expensive because they are so like into this like feeling of like, I just want to like focus on this, give it to me all. Okay. So that's why you want to present 3 options, because sometimes people want to completely wholeheartedly invest in something. The other thing that psychology says is people will actually always go for the middle package if you give them 3 options. Okay. Those of you that are asking at the 3-day refresh about this, you can tag it on to whatever you like. Like, it's just, these are the packages that are available right now. So 3-day refresh kind of has nothing to do with this, but it doesn't mean that you couldn't put it in an email or something, right? If you were to do that. I know when you see these prices, I know there's going to be a few people, maybe a lot of us, that are going, people are telling me the 160 is too expensive. How are they going to spend 220? And interestingly enough, the people that tell you 160 is too much will go and buy something for 220 from somebody else if they feel like they're getting more bang for their buck. Like, I promise you that happens all the time. So let's talk about price a little bit, okay? I made this little flow chart for you guys, and I want to start from the beginning and kind of walk you through it. So we get a lead that comes in, someone that shows interest, right? Like, however they come to you, they show interest. And what do? We ask them about their goals. And they tell us their goals. I want to lose 10 pounds, you know, and I want to tone up. I want to do it the right way. So we tell them a little info. Awesome. This is how the group works. Like, I really think I could help you. This is what it looks like. And then we do a little pulse check. Like, what do you think? And they say, yeah, I really like that. You can then go over the options, and I choose to do that via email. That's my choice. You guys can decide what's right for you. I say, awesome. What's your email? I'll send you the 3 options that we have. Unless someone right here says like, awesome, sign me up. But this is kind of the flow that I take. I go over the options, and if I don't hear from them, I send a message and I just say, all right, I sent you all the options. Are you ready to do this? Okay. I'm not going to say, what did you think? Like, we got to be bold and say, are you ready to do this? One of 2 things is going to happen, you guys. They are either going to say yes, or they're going to say no. And if they say no, they're going to attach it to one of these things. They're either going to say no, how much is it? I'm not ready. I need to know how much it is. Or they're going to say no because I will not work out at home. I hate that, right? Like, they're going to give you a reason or an objection. So if they give you that no, like, I need to talk about price, or they ask what the price is. And obviously you've already, at this point, you've given them the options. They know the price. So let's just say the price is the objection. I want you guys to like repeat this to yourself all day long. Price is not an objection. Price is not an objection. Price is not an objection. I know you probably think I'm full of crap and there's no way because 25 people just told you it's too expensive, but that's not the real objection. And this is what I want you guys to remember. Price just means I am not willing to shell over a penny for something I'm not ready to do. So it's not really the price. It's the fact that I don't care how much it is, like, because that something else is holding me back and I don't want to tell you what it is, I'm going to tell you it's price. Because the truth is, you're right. I'm not going to spend $10 on something that I don't think I'm ready for. So then when someone tells me it's price, this is what I say. And this is probably one of the strongest lines you can come back with is, if the price were not an issue, is there anything else holding you back from saying, heck yes, I'm ready to do this? So let's do that again. I would say, I'm just curious, if the price weren't an issue, is there anything else holding you back? 9 times out of 10, they will admit something. Sometimes they'll be stubborn and they're like, no, I swear it's price. And maybe in that situation, it really is. But 9 times out of 10, they will tell me, well, okay, I mean, I'm not ready. Like, I really don't think I can commit right now. So it's a commitment issue. It's not a price issue. So then that would be an objection, which, let's go back. When they first said no, they gave you a price or an objection. So when they give you an objection, you need to handle that objection. When they tell me price, I want to find out what the real reason is, because if they don't tell me the real reason, I can't handle it. Now, how do you handle an objection? I'm going to give you 2 really good tips. Number 1, file section of Team Inspired, there's a document called What to Say. I've literally put every possible thing that people could possibly tell you and what I would say to that. Number 2, on the Beachbody Champions page, all week, they're doing training on handling objections. And if you missed the one from last night, I highly recommend you go back and watch it, because it was awesome. It was absolutely fabulous. So that's how you handle objections. After you handle the objection, you have to ask for the business again. And you have to say, do you feel better about that? Do you feel better about your commitment level when I explained how I'm going to help you? Are you ready to do this now? You have to ask again. And they're going to do one of 2 things. They're either going to say, sign me up, or they're going to say no. And then you have to go back up and say, well, what's holding you back this time? And if they tell you the objection, you have to handle it. Now, this process, you guys, sometimes it takes 4 months. I don't want you to think following this, all of a sudden I'm going to handle an objection and I'm going to say it perfectly. And they're going to say, you know what, sign me up. Sometimes that happens. Sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes this cycle takes me a while. But if you stay on this path and you keep following up and keep jumping back into where you left off on this cycle, I promise you 99% of people eventually do move forward. The people who don't move forward, you probably stopped asking because you assumed that when they told you the objection that it was a die-hard no, when it really most of the time is just a not now. And I've experienced that time and time again when I've asked people about challenge groups and coaching, okay? So I'm going to stop for a second. Oops, where are you guys? There we go. And before we continue, any questions? Do we get new chat?
I just have a question. When you say, going back to that chart, you've asked them their goals and then you kind of give them some details about the group and then you follow up with more specifics in your email. How do you,
Sorry, Stace, hold on. Why can't I find you guys? You guys just all disappeared on me. Okay, go on. Now I can see you.
I think one of my struggles is that I almost give too much information at that first point and then I overwhelm them and I lose them. So I like this idea, but how do you give them enough information where you feel like you're informing them? I mean, do you say, because I feel like it would also be weird to then send that email and then they see what's all this recover, energize? She never mentioned this stuff. Do I want this? It's you have to give them enough information where they can make their own decision.
People will ask you what they're interested in. I never send an email with any more. So when I talk to them, I just say, if they're my goal is to lose 10 pounds, I'm awesome. I think you'll really love the group. We give you workouts. We'll give you a meal plan. I hold your hand the whole time. You're going to be in the group with other people, on the same path. I think you'll really love this. And if they're awesome, how much is it? I'll say, it's $100. I am very, you've seen, I've shared so much with what I say to people for you, it is very simple. And then I say, if they say, how much is it? I'm 160. What's your email? I'll send you the different package options, so that 160 is still one of them, but I'll tell you the truth. If they're interested in the other package, they can ask me and then I'll cover it. But I in no way want to start the convo by giving the person 1,000 explanations. They're just going to get so overwhelmed. Yeah. That's why they can look at the email and if they're but that's just my style, guys. You don't have to do it that way. You don't have to do the email route for I used to never use an email. I just like it now because I think it's a lot easier for me to just manage it all and keep the flow of info in one place. I like the email method, right? I think it's just a lot cleaner, but in the text, I don't give any more than that at all. And then when they see the email, if they're well, what is this? Well, then they can just ask. Okay. That's kind of my take on it. But think about like 80-day. People weren't asking. They were just like, yeah, we want the package. We want to do it, whatever it comes with. I mean, I think about like when I bought another package before I ever did Beachbody. That box came with like 42 million things in it. When I ordered, I had no idea. No one ever told me. They were just like, it's a challenge. You order your kit. I was like, okay. It had a pre-workout in there. It had meal replacement shakes. It had pills that I had to take before dinner. It had pills I took in the morning. It had pills I took with every meal. Like no one told me that. I just knew I was signing up for a challenge and I'd lose weight. I was like, sign me up. How much do I pay? It was over 250 bucks. You know, so I'm not saying we shouldn't give info. Answer what people want, like give them the email, and then if they ask more questions, provide additional resources. You know, I had a girl the other day said, do I really need Recover and Energize? And I was like, that's up to you. Like I didn't use it in the beginning. When I added it, here's what I saw. You decide what you want to do. Like, so one thing about handling objections I do want to bring up for you guys, because they talk about this in the video on BOD, and it's perfect timing with what you brought up too. When someone says it's too expensive, when someone says I don't like at-home workouts, when someone says I hate shakes, what you guys really want to think about is don't respond in a way where you're trying to correct them or prove them wrong. And really, it's kind of hard because sometimes you're like, oh my gosh, this person was so interested and now here they are like, I hate shakes. Oh, you know, it's like your blood starts to kind of like heat up. You got to like step back. And she says this on the video, and I love how she describes it if you haven't seen it. We're just here to educate, right? Like if you don't like shakes, let me educate you on why I think the shake will really help you. I'm here to educate you on why the commitment level, like I'm going to help you with that. So really take a step back and just think I'm here to educate. Whether they end up moving forward with me or not, that's fine. Either way, I'm just going to educate and take it from there, right? And same with like questions about Recover, Energize, all these products. I will just educate if they want the information. Okay. All right, I'm going to share my screen. I think there was one. Let me double check. There might have been one more slide on here. Yep, so like, this is like from that document, guys, that we have that says I can't afford that much right now. This is the line I put in there when we first did this like a few months ago. You know, I get that because I am pretty sure every single person that's in my group said that at first. So I want to make it lighthearted, including me. But eventually we found that it's worth every single penny and then some. Let me ask you, besides price, do you have any other hesitations? Because we really want to make sure that they give us what's happening behind the price, right? Like what else is holding them back? Because how many of you can afford something that you're not buying, right? But you're saying I can't, it's too expensive because you really don't want it for some other reason. Like, is there anyone who has an example of that right now that can share? Is there anything out there that you're like, I could afford it, but I'm saying I can't afford it because I really don't want it for a different reason? Okay, I'm gonna give you guys two examples. Instapot and air fryer. I kind of want them both, but I'm like, yeah, I don't want to spend the money on them. But the real reason, you guys want to know what the real reason is because I have a really weird thing about putting things in my cupboards in my kitchen. Like I hate filling my cupboards up so they're so full that I can't get to all my appliances. But that's not what I tell people. I'm like, yeah, I don't want to spend any money on that right now. It's not priority. Like, you know, we want to get a new house and like, I just don't want to spend money on it. Right? That's just like the easy answer. What's the real answer? I don't want to spend money on something that I have to find a place in my cupboard for. That's my real answer. Does that make sense? So when someone says price, I need to know what's behind it. Because I've had people tell me price is an issue, and then all of a sudden, like 3 months later, they're like, oh yeah, I want to buy the biggest package you have. Like I had a girl tell me price was an issue for the longest time. And then when she went to check out, she sends me a message and says, I added the 3-day refresh, by the way. I was like, really? I didn't even pitch it to you because you told me that you could barely afford it in the first place. But she was like ready. She was ready. That was it. Like she was on her game. She was going to spend anything she wanted to hit her goals. Right, Hillary? It's crazy. Like they'll tell you, they're like, I can't afford it for like 2 months. And then all of a sudden they're like, oh yeah, I bought all that other stuff too. Like, what? Next week's call, guys, is going to be fun because it's not a team call like this. We're actually going to work together. We're going to do a power hour. Jen is going to lead it. She's going to talk about what she's done with Instagram. And she's going to show us how she's adding like significant followers, but the right kind of followers, like not a bunch of people that you don't really want to be connected to, people that like have similar interests to you, maybe, you know, people that you want to hang out with. So she's going to actually walk us through. So if you can, please try and log on your computer so we could use our phones while we're on the call. Okay. So try to log in from your computer, have your phone ready. And I'm super excited because I really think if you guys heard Jen Richardson's National Wake Up Call from last week, she really talks about how Instagram is actually a lot easier to connect with people than Facebook is. And I think it's something that a lot of us have not done long enough to really see the benefits. But the cool thing is there's so much opportunity that we haven't tapped into. But she's going to lead it. Please log in from another device, iPad, computer, and have your phones ready so we can all do it together. We're going to power hour together. Any questions? I know I dumped like a ton of info on you guys, so I'm sorry if anyone's overwhelmed, but I'll post everything on our page afterwards. Everybody good? Who's excited? There's a lot of fun stuff happening. Good. All right, you guys. I will talk to you next week. I'll be on the power hour working alongside with you. I need to build my Instagram.
Hey Z, I just thought of one question. Sorry.
Yeah, that's okay.
Are you going to be using those new tools for the group that starts next week?
Good question. I am going to post those in the group, but I'm not going to send them prior because it won't be done yet. Like I'm not going to send it to anyone beforehand because I won't have it done. But the prep day starts on Thursday, so I'll have it posted by Friday. So it'll still be before we start on Monday.
Okay. I don't have a challenger for that group, but if I could be in the group just to kind of be a fly on the wall.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep. Just comment on my post when I say who wants to be in the group.
Okay.
Yep, you got it. All right, and I'll post it in Team Inspired too, the PDFs, like for anybody that's not in my group. All right, you guys. Yeah, Stacey?
Wait, did I miss what's going on with the coach sneak peek? Is that when I just went to the bathroom?
Oh my God, I can't even believe I forgot that. Sorry, thank you. So I'm the coach sneak peek page that we've always had. I am going to be posting info tomorrow, Thursday, and Friday in that page. I purposely did not say it early because I kind of want to test it out. Like I'm not even adding really a lot of people right now. But I do want you guys tomorrow morning, or tonight, go ahead and invite some people to the sneak peek. But Bonnie Engel talked about a new method that she does, and I'm going to try it out just to see what it's like. So here's what you're going to do. Anyone you know that you want to add, go ahead and add. But what she does is on Instagram at the exact same time in her stories, she says, hey guys, like tomorrow morning, hey guys, I want to show you a day in my life, okay? And she's just showcasing how she's a coach on Instagram stories. And the whole time she's doing it, she's saying, if you want more info, message me below, message me below, message me below. And when they message her, she says, yeah, I'd love to tell you more. I'm hosting a sneak peek on Facebook, okay? I'm hosting a sneak peek on Facebook. No obligation. Do you want me to add you so you can see what it's all about? So that's how she does it. I kind of want to test it out before we blow it up, but she does an Insta story to talk about a day in the life, and the whole day she's like, drop me a line if you want more info, and then tries to move them over to Facebook. Now, if someone doesn't have a Facebook, figure it out, send them a video, whatever. I don't know. I haven't crossed that bridge yet. And then in the Facebook group tomorrow, I'm going to start posting. On Thursday, I'm going to actually share some of your stories, okay? And I'll probably have a couple of you guys go live on the page. Really simple. And then Friday, we're going to go straight to who's ready to join. It's very simple, where our usual sneak peeks are a big hoopla. I don't know how I feel about it, but I want to try it out and kind of just see, okay? That makes sense? So if you want to add people, go ahead. I don't want to start promoting sneak peeks a week in advance. I think that actually hurts us, because if someone today is interested in coaching, don't wait a week, get on the phone with them. So I like the whole 24-hour notice, because I think it's people who are hey, do you want to be added today? Not added a week from now. So if you know people tonight or tomorrow, you can add them at any time you want tomorrow. It doesn't have to be in the morning. I could care less what time. Anytime during the day tomorrow, go ahead and add them to the sneak peek, the same one that we always use. Okay. All right. Those of you who are coaches on the team who are brand spanking new and if we have not done a getting started right call, please send me a message so I can do a one-on-one with you guys, because I think half the things I said today, you probably are not sure what I'm talking about, but I love that you hopped on. So send me a message and we can do a one-on-one. Or if you're not my coach, then reach out to your coach, please, and make sure you've done the getting started right so that you are all onboarded correctly and you feel good. All right, guys.
Sorry, one more question. That little diagram that you said that you send as part of your email to customers once you've kind of talked about things, is that the same one that you posted on Team Inspired already?
Yeah. It's on there.
And so you just copied that on your computer and then you just send them that as an attachment with like another little like.
Not at all. I sent you a copy of the email that I send people.
You sent it in our email?
I sent you one, yeah.
When?
And then Hillary got the Canadian girls. Like, I don't remember, 2 days ago, maybe? I'll send it again.
Okay.
Just not the new package yet. I'll work on it. Thank you, Hillary. Taking care of our Canadian girls. I know. Every time they post, I'm like, do you have one for Canada?
Sometimes I feel like I live in a foreign country. I'm like, I'm just like up here. Like, I'm not like across the pond or like.
Well, so the Beachbody stuff has a Canadian link, actually.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, but like all the coach stuff that they do, like I don't know why they don't like, because sometimes when I post stuff, it's like another coach did it, and I'm like, these are like coaches that have like 1,000 people on their team. Like, how do they not have someone in Canada on their team?
I know, like the Fitzpatricks live like down over here, but like I'm not with them, I'm with you. So like.
Oh, but by the way, Kim and I are like this now. I love her. So you could totally be like, I'm on Z's team.
Oh, I can now. Okay.
I'm going to do a training for their team. And she's like, what can I do for you? I'm going to be like, can you take care of my Canadian girls?
Yes.
Yeah, they're awesome. They're amazing. Like, seriously incredible. So you should totally go to the Super Saturday events if they're hosting any.
Okay, I found it, by the way.
Okay, good. All right, guys.
Bye, ladies.
Perfect. Bye, you guys. Have a great night.
I have a question.
Oh, who does? That's fine. You guys can hop off if you want. What's up? Or you can stay on.
I had to step away because I'm at basketball. For the coach sneak peek, are you putting something on your Instagram stories that says I'm hosting a coach sneak peek?
Tomorrow morning, I'm gonna do this. Good question. I'm just gonna say this. I'm gonna say, hey guys, I've had a lot of people ask about what the heck it is that I do. So I'm gonna share a day in my life, and I'm gonna be like, okay, so I'm gonna videotape it, like I'm checking on my challengers. I'm gonna do my workout. That's part of my job, and just kind of like do a sneak peek into my day. And then I'm gonna say, if you want more info, comment below, like send me a message. And then when they send me a message, I'll follow up with, I'm actually hosting a sneak peek on Facebook. Can I add you? Totally, no obligations.
Okay, I think I got it.
Yeah, I'm just like a day in my life. If you want more info about how you could join this team, drop below, let's talk below. I'm not saying anything about a sneak peek on Facebook though. Until they send me a private message.
Okay.
And if you're like, what the heck is happening? And you just want to watch what I'm doing tomorrow Insta stories and then next time do it, that's fine too. But I tend to learn by just jumping in. That's kind of my personality.
No, I can do that.
No, I know you. I'm not talking about anybody else on the call though. Like if anybody else is feeling like, oh my God, what is happening? It doesn't
But I did add 3 people today.
Perfect.
Because they're one of my other running groups.
Yeah.
And they invited me to a run, and I was like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I can't because I'll be on a beach in Mexico." Just another perk of being a Beachbody coach. And they were like, "What? What is that?" And I was like, "Oh, you want to know?"
That's awesome. I love it. Like, I'll run on the beach in Mexico.
In spirit. So I did add them today just because of that.
No, you're fine. You guys can go ahead and add tonight, tomorrow, all day long. Doesn't matter.
Okay.
It doesn't matter when you add them.
Okay.
All right, guys. Have a good night.
Okay. Bye.
Bye, guys.